Okay, I want to preface this video by saying that um, this is not related to exam prep that I'm currently releasing. The video that is currently on my screen is, but the actual content of this video that I'm recording right now is not related. It does still do coding in Python, so the name will still be coding in Python. But as long as it doesn't have exam prep at the very beginning, know that it is not related to this, to the exam prep sessions that I'm releasing. This is kind of an example that I'm walking through a demo that's a little bit at a higher level for those that are keeping up pace with, I think, the semesters right now. I think they're at this level right now, so that's just for everybody there. Now, I already have this coded out, but we're going to delete it. Oh, okay, we're going to delete it and we're going to restart. The first thing that you want to do is actually open up the prompt because I didn't even introduce it. Write a function, curve grades, that takes a list of student grades from 0 to 100 and assigns letter grades based on the following scheme. Find the best grade in the original list of grades. Find each grade and grades based on this little segment right here. Okay? And then return a list of letter grades that correspond to the initial list of grades. Okay. So they have already actually set up for us this part right here. It's done. Okay? It is done. There's not much we have to do there. All we have to do is set this up and create our list, the list of our own. So we're going to start off by obviously your name and the date. Define curve.grade. Curve takes an input grades because remember that's the parameters that they gave us, and you're going to follow with that. Then what you're going to do is you are going to create this best grade. The best grade is equal to the max grades. The maximum value in the grades. Now, why am I putting rounded brackets around grades if a list needs square brackets? That's because grades is a variable. Grades is not a list. It's a list that leads to a variable, right? But it's a variable. And it could equal to, for example, 80, 89, I guess, 79, 67, 54, okay? Because this is a variable, we treat it as a variable. Even if the variable is equal to a list, we still treat the name as a variable. So we're going to treat it as a variable. Python will know how to do this, I promise. And then we're going to go ahead and do letter grade, okay? And then this is going to equal an open and closed list. I'm going to delete this. An open and closed list, okay? It has nothing in the list. Nothing. This is because we don't want anything in the list before we start adding our grades. This is what we're going to be adding all of our grade values in. Now for grade in grades. Okay, I know it's a little bit hectic to understand. So just saying, grade is just a variable. It's the same thing as when we say for I, grade is I, in range 5, for example. Instead of putting in range 5, we do in grades, which means it does it the amount of numbers. It loops it as many times as there are variables in grades. Okay? And so then underneath this, we literally take this part as it is. As it is. Well, almost as it is. We take this part. I can't draw with a mouse. We take this part, and then we create that into an if statement, and then we assign a underneath it. So let me show you what that would look like, okay? If grade is greater than or equal to best minus 10, then we do letter underscore grade dot append a, okay? And that's it. That's the gist of it. And then because these come down in terms of they go down, descend like in terms of tens. The next one will be 20. This will be an LF. Guys, when you guys can, copy and paste. It reduces errors. It reduces, like for example, in my previous run, and the reason that I already had the code up when we first started this is because I had done a previous run and I had messed up in adding an extra S somewhere and had messed me up. So I had to redo this recording. Just add those new lines that are copy and pasted through the copy and paste function. It saves you time, okay? Elif, grade is 30, then we do a D, okay? All you have to make sure is that you keep changing those minor things. 40, it's going to be equal to a C, and then else, letter underscore grade dot append is going to equal to an F. Okay? And then, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, all we have to do is we have to return that. Okay, return letter underscore grade. We don't need that N. That N is extra. Okay, letter grade. Now we want to test this function. So we're going to create a list called grades, which add a specific value for each one. So list.grades, and the list is going to go like 88, 76, 90, 55, 65. We want to open and close that bracket, and then letter underscore grade is going to equal playing the game, curve grades. We don't want to forget the R, curve grades. Then lastly, we want to print that. Print letter underscore grade. And then we can run that, and it should not give me any errors. Okay, let's run. And it did give me an error. I'm so blessed like that. I had an extra S. Okay. As I said, copy and paste. It reduces your chances of errors. There we go. Oh, I forgot to print the list over here, but this should have printed exactly what it did. And that is how you would code something like this. Obviously, guys, please be careful for the S's. Messed me up already 3 times before this, so be careful for the S's, and good luck.